So to have a positive culture, you don't just have to have people do willy-nilly what there is, but make sure each individual knows what is expected of them and that they are expected to be accountable for their results. And obviously, as Larry said, there's a difference between something that gets you fired and something that you're just not performing and maybe you need to do differently. But the point is, each individual has set high expectations and make sure people understand what their actions and results are expected. Two, ethics and integrity. Make sure that the foundational value dimension, integrity, is really there underscored. Integrity implies a consistency between word and deed, and so it goes beyond financial integrity. So I'm not just talking about the numbers. It comes back to that whole conversation of if the leadership says we believe in X and we value X, I mean, does it act like that? Is that really what the actions demonstrate? And it's very important to think in terms of both ethics and integrity, because again, integrity is the consistency between words and deeds. Third, customer and quality focus. Does the organization really understand the value and the responsibility towards the customer and towards quality? Four, collaboration and trust. You know, it's interesting because, collaboration is sort of embedded in a lot of conversations about culture, because there are cultures, not this one, the one before it. Somebody switched slides on me. It's this slide. Thank you very much. Collaboration is really critical because most people don't even talk about it. Because some companies, even though they say they have a great culture, and they say they want a great culture, make employees think that person A if person A wins, person B loses. And the truth of the matter is that the most successful corporations are ones where people understand they need to communicate and they need to collaborate. Five, agility, innovation, and growth. It's a continual learning focus, right? It's a continual learning. Six, positive spirit and vitality. So it's, again, comes back to collaboration, it comes back to teamwork, it comes back to being pride in the organization, and not least of which is appreciation and recognition. Now you see that here on this recommendation from ACD. All of these are built in. All the 7 essential dimensions are actually inside the bullets in front of you. But appreciation recognition is one that's really tricky to get right. I mean, I've seen this done wrong so many times, and it's hard because on the one hand, people need to feel appreciated, and it isn't always about money. It can be, thanking somebody at a company meeting for having done something special or done, an extra job on something. On the other hand, if your financial rewards point people to the only thing that's good is hitting the number for the quarter, then you are potentially going to have bad behaviors. So it's really important, and you can see this throughout, and you'll hear me talk about it throughout, that the reward systems have to be aligned with the culture that you are trying to achieve, that you want, that you believe in. And that includes all the elements on this page. First, you have to be clear about it. You have to be proactive. You have to make sure you understand what the culture is at all levels of the company. Make sure culture is included, integrated in the business. It's not separate. It's part of it. The expectations we talked about. By the way, if your CEO isn't demonstrating it, then you're lost to start with. It comes back to tone at the top. And we talked about the reward system. So all these recommendations from NAC, they're so critical and they were so spot on. I just thought I needed to share them with everybody.